Let's check in right now with Chief Meteorologist Carl Arredondo in the Forecast Center with the very latest on this large and powerful hurricane. And Carl, this was just upgraded back to a Category 5.
Yes, it was, and the numbers just came in just now. I haven't had much of a chance to look at the information, so we're going to look at it together right now. The computer models, some of them kept it over the northern coast of Cuba, and that's what ended up happening. A lot of the models kept it just off the coast, so it's taken the more southern route here of some of these computer models, but they're still pretty much in agreement that they're going to influence most of the western part of the state of Florida. There is one model that takes a wider turn over here along the eastern Gulf of Mexico, but you get the idea that it's staying closer to Florida, and then up towards the north kind of fans out a little bit. So once it gets into Georgia, still a lot of question marks. But again, you can see it right there moving on a westerly course, maybe taking a little jog to the south, but it's getting influence with the coast of Cuba right now. Some of the rain bands also were affecting parts of Florida today. There's a better shot of the satellite. You can see it coming on shore there around Cuba. Winds now of 160 miles per hour, so it's back up to a Category 5, moving towards the west at about 13 miles per hour. All right, let's take a look at the forecast track. Still by Sunday morning around the Keys, possibly as a Category 4 hurricane. So again, remember, this could be a little stronger, a little bit weaker, but it has it as a 5, weakening because of the influence of the land, and then a Category 4 heading towards the Keys by Sunday morning. And then you can see by Sunday evening about a Category 4 still around parts of southwest Florida, around Fort Myers, heading towards the north as a tropical storm. So again, a lot of the central part of Florida will be on that stronger eye wall side, on the right side of the forward moving a storm. So again, a lot of this area, a lot of the state will be encountering a lot of tropical storm force winds and hurricane force winds, and then a big rainmaker across parts of the country. So as we look at this model here, you can see the yellows, the tropical storm force winds by Saturday morning, afternoon, moving on inland. And again, look at the wide spans. None of Florida will be spared of the strong winds. Tropical storm force winds could even be not too far away from Panama City, but again, hurricane force winds all across the peninsula of Florida. Now this upper level low right here diving southward, that's going to help deepen this trough a little bit, and that's what is expected to help turn Irma up towards the north. You can see all this flow here from the southwest. That's why once it starts hitting this, it's going to start to turn. So that is still all what the models agree, and doesn't seem to be any reason not to think that's going to happen. Jose is a little bit stronger out here now. Jose has winds of 155 miles per hour, and then it's going to continue to influence these islands once again that got hit with the Irma, and then continue on out into the Atlantic Ocean. We don't think that's a threat to the United States. Katia is about to make landfall here across parts of Mexico.